Hello and welcome to today's October 1st second stimulus check update and second stimulus package update. Today we will cover the rejection of Steve Mnuchin's stimulus package. Today we will discuss the vote on the $2.2 trillion deal. I will then give some personal insight, which you are more than welcome to listen to, or if you don't care about what I think, please feel free to jump off at the end. If you're a subscribed member of my community, then welcome back. And if you're not, consider subscribing right now. I try to bring you all the best information and the truth, whether it's good or bad. Okay, now, after several meetings, including the first in-person meeting that Nancy Pelosi and Steve Mnuchin have had since August, after this 90-minute meeting, House Speaker Nancy Pelosi has rejected the counteroffer from Secretary of Treasury Steve Mnuchin. Mnuchin's stimulus relief package offered $1.62 trillion in relief aid. This package was $620 billion higher than Republicans wanted to go, and $120 billion higher than Steve Mnuchin himself testified before Congress was needed by the American people. So I'm just going to briefly go over what was in the plan so that you know what was rejected. Okay, there was going to be $400 a week for federal unemployment assistance through January of 2021. This was an amount that they felt was high enough to help people while they get back to work, but not so high that those that earn less than this are earning more money to be at home than they are at work. There was $250 billion to go to state and local government, $150 billion to go to schools, $10 billion to the post office, a second round of stimulus checks direct to the people, more PPP money for genuinely small businesses, $60 billion in assistance for renters and home mortgage holders, $25 billion for childcare, $20 billion to American farmers, and $28 billion for airlines. This is also, right now, many airlines announced that over 40,000 people will be laid off today. So if you work for the airlines, my condolences. This is hard. I know that Disney just announced that with California not reopening their state, that they will be laying off 28,000 people between California and a small fraction of that from the state of Florida. Now, to this $1.62 trillion package offer from Mnuchin, Pelosi said that the offer was like her being offered the heel of a loaf of bread, and that she rejects the deal. The $2.2 trillion Mini Heroes Act will go to the House of Representatives floor tonight to be voted on. It is expected that because the Democrats created the bill and control the House of Representatives, that it will pass today. However, it is expected to receive pushback in the Senate, as Republican senators have voiced several times that $2.2 trillion is too much to add to the national debt. Now, as a favor to me, would you mind giving this video a like? I do hours and hours of research to bring you this information, and it's just me here putting this stuff together, so I would really appreciate that. Now, this is my update for today. A new bill came out. It was rejected. The old bill is going to go forward. It is expected to be voted on and pass, but then it is expected to go to the Senate, where it will receive pushback. Now, I'm not going to say that it's dead on arrival, but I do know that it's going to receive pushback. So I don't know that we can call this a victory, but this is the news. So, okay. Now, if you want to jump off, please feel free. This was my factual update. Now I just want to share a few thoughts with my own community. I'm going to try to remain unbiased as always, and certainly no name calling as always. Okay, so my worry is that the $2.2 trillion bill is going to go to the floor, and it will be voted on. And you're going to see YouTubers saying, yes, it's voted and it passed. And that's good. Like, I don't have a personal issue with the bill, but the reason that it's going to the floor to be voted on tonight is not because it's a bill that's going to pass the Senate and make it to the president. It's because the House of Representatives go on vacation tomorrow. So this is incredibly rushed, even though it's overdue. I hope that makes sense. Like, it's overdue. This should have happened a long time ago, but it's now incredibly rushed, right? My worry is the House of Representatives want to wash their hands of the situation and pass it over to the Senate, where we know it's not going to be received with open arms, right? Now, I do believe that the Republicans took too long moving on a deal, right? They should have had a deal done in July or August. And now they're going to be given almost no time to review or determine the effectiveness of the $2.2 trillion bill. The House Speaker Nancy Pelosi, she talked about this $2.2 trillion figure for over 2 months, and then gave only 2 days for her own party and the opposing party to digest the offer before skipping town, right? So they're leaving Washington tomorrow. They said that they were going to stay. They are not going to stay. So they're going to vote on something that the other party and the White House is not fully on board with. Again, I hope you see, I'm not trying to bash any single party. Both parties have me incredibly frustrated. I'm just trying to be real with my community. A bill is going to go to the floor. It's going to be voted on. People are going to cheer, and then it's going to be passed off to where I think it's going to get pushback. So again, it's long overdue, but it's incredibly rushed. Saying 2.2 trillion with nothing in writing for over 2 months and then giving people 2 days, I don't think that's how government works. So it feels rushed. It feels very much not bipartisan, and so that's my worry. Personally, I really liked the problem solvers proposal, which was crafted over many, many weeks of going back and forth between Democrats and Republicans inside of a caucus that has committed to always working together for the American people. It had support from both parties, and it was underwritten, right? Already slipped into the bill to send out a third stimulus check if the economy or the virus got worse. So anyway, I'm disappointed in both sides, but I had so many people ask me for my opinion. I usually leave my opinion out of it, which is why I gave the escape clause at the 4-minute mark for anyone who didn't care. So anyway, I think that this bill is going to pass the House. I have no idea what it's going to do in the Senate or with the White House. Anyway, I hope you don't feel like I was bashing on any one party. I'll continue to update you on the wildness of Washington as more information comes out. But until then, I would like to remind you that you are amazing. I appreciate you being in my community. Good or bad news, I will bring you the truth as best as I can and well researched. I'll see you on the next video.